on You Call That Radio. 3, 2.
My name is Mathew. I'm a new poet and spoken word artist and a member of the Scribblers Union. So a shout out to the Scribblers and Kevin Peacle Day. Woo! I'm going to do a couple of poems for you. And because we're celebrating Burns Night, this first one I'm going to do is called Saltire. And I'm so confident in myself. I've not brought up my notes, so hopefully this will go without a hitch. This is Saltire. Sodium and anger, the symbol of home, epithet for clogged arteries and wee man syndrome. Deep-fried, internalised, second-class citizen. It's always somebody else's fault, this hard life we're living in. We'll square up to MD, all 5 foot of us. Chronic stress, fear, and acting out is at the root of us. We've got daddy issues, because we were never listened to. Abandoned like Darian once unfurled for the womb. Flapping in the wind, chasing the emotionally unavailable. Generations of anxiety living for a day that is yet to come. Our Irish siblings say Chucky or La, their parental abuse, an indelible mark. A struggle for a home that supports and nurtures, trauma bonds from a history that's caused developmental ruptures. Now, the birth of the state was the downfall of man. Man's state and his mind state. This state, bloody state, man. You see, humanity died, according to Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the minute some dick stamped a flag and said, this is mine, so you better fall in line with the new human hierarchy. Bow low to your masters, serve the drinks at our party. We'll pass property and wealth through the male bloodline. We'll sire patriarchy like an inequality fault line. Your landowning masters, a once political elite, will start you so rigid you'll fold at our feet. Through famine and toil, industrialisation and migration, familial love conditional on continued subjugation. You'll be scanning the horizon in existential dread. Nervous system deregulation, never mind getting fed. And if hunger doesn't get you every time your crop fails, you'll soon acquiesce via economic blackmail. Will erase individuality with a cultural coup d'etat, force our legitimacy with the Alien Act. So they tossed out a few peerages, raised the standard for the clearances, and won a union with a majority of votes for the minority. But this is our past, and fortune holds future. It's what we do now that will be our judge and juror. We don't have to own these historical narratives. We can be cycle breakers to toxic family dynamics. Because we're the majority. Earth's salt and our anger's our energy. Individualism, exclusion, and inequality is the enemy. We rejected Thatcher's philosophy since our Sermon on the Mount. There's no such thing as society touted elsewhere at that time. We told Patel again at the Battle of Kenmure, stuff your racist Tory bull, we know we can more. When we trust our own instincts, we know how we feel, an intrinsic belief in the true common weal. Yet, let's not be quick to be too self-aggrandising. There's a long, violent history Scotland's played its hand in. For the boats we insured to facilitate abduction of people who earn nothing as a mode of production. Glassford, Buchanan, Ingram, Gordon, Cochrane, Dundas, Plantation, Cotton. We might think we're clean, but there's blood in our palms, and it takes more to atone than some Ams and some Sams. But there's a diverse bunting living under the saltire, and we've all failed to thrive under this savage, brutal empire. So let's pin our colours to the mast and engender solidarity, a new Scottish enlightenment, a new working class clarity. If we don't work, we don't eat, but it's capitalism that doesn't pay. It creates in-work poverty. We've known this since Tressel's day, yet we're still blaming migrants as a threat to the flag, believing the headlines in each daily rag. So let's embody the spirit of our trade union roots, growing our numbers up for the grassroots, get out in the streets with our identity visible, make it impossible for these elites to get rid of us, demand by revolution a future that nourishes, because our power is more important than rhetorical flourishes. Thank you. So again, as we're celebrating the Bard, I think that Robert Burns liked mums. I'm pretty certain he quite liked making mothers, making women mums. Anyway, this is about my mum, and it's called Lifelines. I watch the number 10 bus to the Royal Alexandra Hospital hiss past my window. It's where I was born, 4 streets away from where I live today. A twin girl and a twin boy to a Mathew Fergusley. Nouries in 3 under 3. It was barely 1980. She was barely quarter of a century. And the council house she tended tots, addiction tended dad, clocks tick, home pished, bottles emptied while he sleeps, others filled for night feeds. Alley, Valley B. A twin buggy and rains. It rains at bus stops, and poplin coats don't break the wind, but kindness helps her up the stairs, skin like steamed up Wendy's freezing toes. One to the Millerston Arches, then on foot to 117 Camden Road, pushing and panting and dodging broken glass and dog shit and half balancing a toddler on her hip, to grands who doled out tough love like family allowance, just enough to keep her going. You've made your bed, so wake up early and empty the bottles again, because you get no wains to think about new hen. And so she keeps going, where bus routes are lifelines and state nursery means a chance to work part-time and leave a marriage far behind, and walk through doors in municipal buildings with her gingerbread family, because it takes a village to raise a single mum that said enough, finally. And so it's 1988, and we're Mrs. Thatcher's wains, so for the able seeking knowledge who can jump a bus to college, there's an access course to social work. And she's determined, so she juggles unpaid labour shifts and studies, where the local pool and school provides essential childcare. Until 1993, when her beaming family watched her graduate for the cloisters at Glasgow University, that girl, for 117 Camden Road, Fergusley, that demoed against the poll tax but bought her council house back because her paycheck meant she could for her kids, said this is for the Maz and the Moz and the matriarchs that break their fucking backs getting wains on and off buses. So I can sit there writing poems in my plush wee Georgian home, owning all my truth and my journey for a single parent house, to watch the number 10 bus to the Royal Alexandra Hospital hiss past my window. Thank you.
Your call is very important. Please hold.